Hello there. Welcome to our class number 41. Remember that we are on the intermediate level. We are in the intermediate English workshop because the basic English workshop finishes with lesson 39. From lesson 40 or class number 40 and on, and today we have 41, we are already submerged and absolutely into the intermediate level of English workshop. Okay, so welcome to the 40 for class 41. Welcome to the class 41. And we start our class number 41 with a beautiful and wonderful activity of reading comprehension. Remember that the idea of this activity is not translate. I don't want you to translate the text or anything. All that I want you is to understand sorry what the text is about. And as you are in the intermediate English level, so you have to start working with this kind of exercises right now. I mean, in the past it used to be simpler, but now it's just a little bit more complicated, a little bit more demanding, the activities that we're going to do. Like, for example, a reading comprehension exercise. Today we're going to practice the reading, right, the intonation, and a little bit maybe of vocabulary. Next class we're going to continue working with the same text, but we're going to answer some questions. Okay, so the idea is today we start working with this text, and next class we are going to finish. That doesn't mean that we're going to be the whole class watching or just working with this text. No, in the first moment we're going to work with this text now. After this activity of reading and correcting your pronunciation and intonation, we're going to do something different. And next class we're going to finish answering the questions, because I don't want this activity to last too long. I don't want to spend 30 minutes doing just this activity. So that's why I decided to break it down into two different parts. The first part we're going to do it today. The second part we're going to do it next class. So let's start immediately with the going shopping text. I'm going to read, so now try to follow the reading. That's the only thing you have to do. Just follow the reading with your eyes. Just listen and read while I am reading. Okay? Going shopping. Mrs. Smith, and pay attention here, it's not Mr., Mrs. Señora, right? Mrs. Smith is going shopping with her son. They're looking for a present for Mr. Smith's birthday. Mrs. Smith wants to buy him a new camera, and Tom wants to buy him a jumper. They drive to the department store on the high street. Mrs. Smith uses the escalator to go to the electrical department on the third floor, and Tom takes the stairs up to the men's clothing department on the first floor. When she gets to the electrical department, she finds that cameras are sold in the photography department on the ground floor. She takes the elevator down and asks the sales assistant there for some help. She doesn't know much about cameras and needs some advice. He recommends an automatic camera by Olympus, but it is too expensive. She asks him if he has anything a little cheaper, and he tells her about a special offer on the Pentax range. It still seems expensive, so she thanks the assistant and decides to shop around first. Meanwhile, Tom is looking at the jumpers. He only has £10 to spend, so he can't afford most of them. He sees his mother and they decide to go to the smaller shops round the corner. No está difícil ni la pronunciación ni la lectura. Sorry, my mistake. the habit of sometimes speaking in Spanish to you. It's not difficult, as you see. It's not difficult the level of English of the text. It's not difficult the vocabulary, neither the pronunciation. So it's just a piece of cake, as I told you. As I always have been telling you, English is a piece of cake. Okay. So now, let's go paragraph by paragraph. Let's start repeating with me. Okay. Mrs. Smith is going shopping with her son. Now you. Good. They are looking for a present for Mr. Smith's birthday. Mrs. Smith wants to buy him a new camera. And Tom wants to buy him a jumper. Okay, now I'm going to read again, okay, the whole text. Please pay attention, and after I do that, we're going to highlight some words that maybe could be difficult for you. Okay, let's start reading again. Going shopping. Mrs. Smith is going shopping with her son. They're looking for a present for Mr. Smith's birthday. Mrs. Smith wants to buy him a new camera, and Tom wants to buy him a jumper. They drive to the department store on the high street. Mrs. Smith uses the escalator to go to the electrical department on the 3rd floor, and Tom takes the stairs up to the men's clothing department on the 1st floor. When she gets to the electrical department, she finds that cameras are sold in the photography department on the ground floor. She takes the elevator down and asks the sales assistant there for some help. She doesn't know much about cameras and needs some advice. He recommends an automatic camera by Olympus, but it is too expensive. She asks him if he has anything a little cheaper, and he tells her about a special offer on the Pentax range. It still seems expensive, so she thanks the assistant and decides to shop around first. Meanwhile, Tom is looking at the jumpers. He only has £10 to spend, so he can't afford most of them. He sees his mother and they decide to go to the smaller shops round the corner. What are maybe some words that maybe you will find difficult? Meanwhile, it's one of them, right? What did the other one? Afford. Cheaper. What else can we find here? This word, maybe for the pronunciation. Okay. All right. This one, escalator. Alright, people. Of course, this, of course, my horse. So I believe that these are mostly all the main, or the most difficult words maybe you can find. Maybe for pronunciation, maybe for meaning. Okay, but we have already practiced the reading, so now you have to do the same, like I have done here. Read the text, practice, and highlight or mark maybe the words that you don't know, so I can help you understand next class. Remember that all your doubts, questions, and activities that you want them to be checked, you can send me a mail to teacher.cloud1977@gmail.com. I'll be waiting for your mails, or if you want to send any congratulations or suggestions for the classes, you can do it to the mail, right? So let's continue with the class. Number 41. And we continue with this class number 41. Now with another small talk, just very similar to what we have done last class, but this time is the small talk number 2, talking about the weather. And we're going to use the same structure. So first I'm going to read both characters A and B, then I'm going to read A, so you have to answer with B, and then you will start with A, I will tell you when, and I will answer you back reading letter B. Okay, so let's start. First, just follow the reading, okay, and I'm going to read everything. I really want to go to the beach this weekend. That sounds like fun. What's the weather going to be like? I heard that it's going to be warm this weekend. It is going to be perfect beach weather? I believe so. Good. I hope it doesn't cool off this weekend. I know. I really want to go to the beach. But you know that California weather is really unpredictable. You're right. 1 minute it's hot and then the next minute it's cold. I really wish the weather would just stay the same. I do too. That way we can have our activities planned ahead of time. Yeah, that would make things a lot easier. Okay? So now I'm going to read it one more time so you pay attention to the pronunciation. Please. I really want to go to the beach this weekend. That sounds like fun. What's the weather going to be like? I heard that it's going to be warm this weekend. Is it going to be perfect beach weather? I believe so. Good. I hope it doesn't cool off this weekend. I know. I really want to go to the beach. But you know that California weather is really unpredictable. You're right. 1 minute it's hot and the next minute it's cold. I really wish the weather would just stay the same. I do too. That way we can have our activities planned ahead of time. Yeah, that would make things a lot easier. Very good. So now I'm going to do letter A and you have to answer back with letter B. Okay, ready? Let's go. I really want to go to the beach this weekend. Now your turn. Good. I heard that it's going to be warm this weekend. Your turn. I believe so. I know. I really want to go to the beach. You're right. 1 minute it's hot and the next minute it's cold. I do too. That way we can have our activities planned ahead of time. Now you. Perfect people. People around the world. Very good. So, now, next step. We have already read everything, okay, just by myself. Then we have just interact. When I do A, the A character, and you do the B. Now we're going to do it in the other way around. You are going to be A, you, yes, you that are beyond the screen, behind the screen. Now it's your turn. You're going to do A, and I'm going to answer back like B. Okay? So start. I That sounds like fun. What's the weather going to be like? It is going to be perfect beach weather. Good. I hope it doesn't cool off this weekend. But you know that California weather is really unpredictable. I really wish the weather would just stay the same. I do too. That way we can have our activities planned ahead of time. Sorry, my mistake is Ducati. That was your turn. And B, yeah, that would make things a lot easier. Okie dokie. Words that maybe are a little bit difficult for pronunciation. Okay. Ahead. Ahead. Easier. Easier. The weather. Very good. This word is very difficult to pronounce correctly, I mean. And heard that is going to be warm this weekend. Warm. What is warm? All right. So now we're going to move on, continue with the next part of the class. And remember, for next class, you have to do the same that we have done last class, but in this case, you have to do it in your house. Is that each one of these words that are marked in red, you just have to plan and write down your ideas of sentences. You have to be creative and write down sentences using the words in highlighted in red color from the dialogue. Okay, so let's continue with class 41. And we are getting to the final part of our class today, which is the spelling exercise number 5. As you can see there on the screen, we are going to use some words of vocabulary that we saw last class, the ones that are related to the clothes. Remember that we saw t-shirt, trousers and everything. Okay, now we're going to do the spelling exercises with those words. So you have to write down letter by letter, and then you will have to compare what you wrote with what I'm going to show you on the screen. Let's start, people. Number one. Remember, go to look for a piece of paper and a pencil so you can write. Number one, T S H I R T. T space S H I R T. You got the word? Which is, sorry, my mistake. Okay, coat, C-O-A-T, C-O-A-T. Sorry, okay, so that was my mistake. I was spelling another word that is going to be here too in the near future in just a couple of minutes. But this is the first one, C-O-A-T, which means coat. Okay, let's go to the second one, D-R-E-S-S. I repeat, D-R-E-S-S. Dress. Very good. That was the word. That was a word. Okay, let's continue. J. Word number 3. J. A. C. K. E. T. J. A. C. K. E. T. Which is the word? Jacket. Very good. Awesome, people. Awesome. Number 4. J. A. Sorry, my mistake. J. E. A. N. S. I repeat. G. E. A. N. S. And the word is jeans. Very good. Let's go to the following. G. U. M. P. E. R. I repeat. J. U. M. P. E. R. Which is the word? Jumper. Very good. Let's go to the following. Okay, ready? Let's go. T. S. H. I. R. T. Which is T-shirt. Now, yes. Ahora sí está en the literal. Sorry, my mistake at the beginning of the class. Now it's very well spelled, please. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue with the next word. S N E A K E R S. I repeat, S N E A K E R S. Which is the word? Sneakers. Very good. Let's go to the following. S K I R T. S K I R T. And the word is, you got the word? Skirt. Very good. Let's continue. T, next word, T R O U S E I repeat, Trousers. So what is the word? Trousers, right? Very, very good. And that's it. Congratulations, people. You have done a very good job. Now we're just going to read. Just read, not spell. Read the words. So little by little, we will get the pronunciation printed in our brains. Okay, so let's repeat after me. Coat, coat, dress, dress, jacket, jacket, jeans, jeans, jumper, jumper, t-shirt, t-shirt, sneakers, sneakers, skirt, skirt, trousers, trousers. Congratulations, people, one more time. And we are just getting to the end of today's class. So hope to see you soon with the same energy and the same level. So this is the way that we are finishing our 41st class. Remember that if you have any suggestions, any questions, any ideas or comment that you would like to make about the classes, please feel yourself free to do it in the mail that is appearing here, right? teacher.cloud1977@gmail.com. I promise that I always answer each one of your mails. People that have written to me, you are the witnesses that you can tell, right? That sometimes it takes me a few days or a few hours, depending on the amount of work that I have to do during the week, that I always answer your questions. I will always answer and check your mails. So please feel free to keep on sending your ideas, your suggestions. And one of the reasons why we started last class with the intermediate level is because many people ask me to have an intermediate level, something more difficult, a little bit more like a full English spoken class, at least for a moment. And well, we decided that you should have full English spoken classes because you have the level. You have the level, you have the knowledge, you have the vocabulary. So the only thing that you have to do now is use that content, those contents, use that knowledge, that information to communicate in English. And remember, the only way to learn English is by practicing. How do you learn how to ride a bicycle? Practicing. How do you learn how to play football or basketball? Practicing. How do you learn how to dance? By practicing. So how do you learn a language? By practicing. It's exactly the same. Congratulations, people, for all your work, for all your efforts. If you have reached to this point, to class 41, congratulations, because not many people do that. Usually people start but never finishes the process. So that's one of the reasons that the world is like it is, right? Because usually people start things but never finish them. But you do. You're continue working with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. So congratulations, people. And what can I say? I feel proud of each one of you that have been working with me since day one. And if you haven't worked with me since day one, but you start to work with me afterwards, anyway, I really feel proud of all the achievements that you have, uh, all the all the achievements that you have made, right? So congratulations one more time. Hope to see you soon. And this is the way we are finishing today's activities. I hope you really had a good time, just as much as I had, and I hope to see you next class. Stay home, stay safe, keep on learning English with Teacher Cloud. Bye bye.